The dragon is one of the most iconic and enduring symbols in mythology, found in the lore of cultures around the world, often depicted as a large, serpentine or reptilian creature with immense power. Dragons are commonly associated with both fear and awe. Their characteristics, symbolism, and roles in various myths differ widely depending on cultural context, but they share a few core traits that make them instantly recognizable. Dragons are present in the myths and legends of numerous cultures, from the ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia and China to the medieval folklore of Europe. The concept of the dragon seems to have arisen independently in various regions, suggesting a deep-seated human fascination with these creatures. In Chinese culture, the dragon is a symbol of power, strength, and good fortune. Unlike their Western counterparts, Chinese dragons are often depicted as benevolent creatures associated with water, rain, and rivers. They are revered as guardians of the natural world and are believed to control the weather and bring prosperity. The Chinese dragon is usually depicted as a long, snake-like creature with 4 legs, a horse-like head, and antlers. The dragon is so central to Chinese culture that emperors were often seen as the incarnations of dragons, ruling with the dragon's authority. In contrast to the Chinese dragon, the European dragon is typically portrayed as a malevolent creature, often guarding a treasure hoard and wreaking havoc on villages and towns. These dragons are depicted as large, winged reptiles with the ability to breathe fire. The medieval dragon became a symbol of chaos, danger, and evil, frequently serving as an adversary for heroic knights. The famous legend of St. George and the Dragon, for instance, illustrates the dragon as a fearsome beast that must be slain to save a kingdom. In ancient Mesopotamian mythology, dragons were also significant. The Babylonian creation myth, the Enuma Elish, tells of Tiamat, a primordial goddess and dragon-like creature who represents the chaos of the ocean. Tiamat's battle with the storm god Marduk, who slays her to create the heavens and the earth, reflects the dragon's role as a symbol of chaos that must be overcome to bring order to the world. In Indian mythology, dragons appear in various forms. The Naga are serpent-like beings that often have divine associations and are considered protectors of the waters. These creatures are sometimes seen as semi-divine beings with both human and serpent qualities. They are respected and feared, embodying the dual nature of both destructive and protective force. In Mesoamerican cultures, dragons or dragon-like creatures are also prominent. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, is a deity in Aztec and other Mesoamerican mythologies. Unlike the dragons of Europe, Quetzalcoatl is a god of wind, air, and learning, symbolizing life and creativity. The combination of the serpent, a creature of the earth, and feathers, a symbol of the sky, reflects the deity's role as a bridge between the heavens and the earth. The appearance and abilities of dragons vary significantly across cultures, but certain traits are common. Dragons are usually depicted as large, powerful creatures. In the West, they often have massive, muscular bodies with scales and bat-like wings, while in the East, they are more serpent-like with long, slender bodies that lack wings but can still fly. One of the most iconic abilities of the dragon, particularly in European folklore, is the power to breathe fire. This ability makes dragons formidable opponents, capable of incinerating entire villages and armies with a single breath. Although not all dragons have wings, many myths describe them as being capable of flight. In Western depictions, dragons often have large, leathery wings, while in Eastern myths, dragons fly through magic or by controlling the wind. Dragons are often portrayed as highly intelligent and sometimes possess vast knowledge or wisdom. In some stories, they are depicted as ancient beings with knowledge of the world's secrets, while in others, they are cunning adversaries that can outsmart their opponents. Many dragons are considered immortal or live for thousands of years. This longevity is often linked to their immense power and knowledge, as well as their ability to accumulate treasure and hoard it over centuries. In addition to fire, some dragons are associated with other elements. Chinese dragons, for example, are linked to water and are believed to control rain and rivers. In some mythologies, dragons can control multiple elements, making them masters of the natural world. Dragons are potent symbols in various cultures, representing a wide range of concepts depending on their portrayal. In many Western traditions, dragons symbolize chaos and destruction. They are often depicted as embodiments of natural disasters, such as storms, floods, and fires, and their defeat by a hero often represents the restoration of order. Across cultures, dragons are symbols of immense power and strength. Whether revered or feared, their presence in mythology underscores their association with the forces of nature and the might of the gods. In Eastern traditions, dragons are often associated with wisdom and knowledge. They are seen as guardians of sacred or hidden knowledge and are revered for their understanding of the world. Dragons are frequently depicted as guardians, whether of treasure, sacred sites, or even entire kingdoms. This role can be both protective and menacing, depending on whether the dragon is seen as a benevolent force or a dangerous threat. In some myths, dragons are linked to themes of transformation and renewal. The shedding of a dragon's skin, for example, can symbolize rebirth and renewal, much like a snake shedding its skin. The dragon's allure has endured into modern times, where it continues to be a popular figure in literature, film, and other media. In fantasy literature, dragons often serve as powerful creatures that either help or hinder heroes on their quests. J.R.R. Tolkien's Smaug from The Hobbit is one of the most famous dragons in modern literature, epitomizing the traditional image of the treasure-hoarding, fire-breathing beast. In film and television, dragons have become staples of the fantasy genre. The Game of Thrones series, based on George R.R. Martin's novels, features dragons as central elements of the story, representing both destructive power and the potential for rebirth and change. Dragons also appear in various forms in video games, where they are often depicted as formidable opponents or allies with immense power. Their versatility as symbols of power, mystery, and danger ensures their continued popularity in modern storytelling. Dragons, as mythical creatures, embody a wide range of human fears, desires, and beliefs. Whether viewed as malevolent beasts to be slain or wise, benevolent protectors, dragons remain one of the most fascinating and enduring symbols in world mythology. Their ability to adapt to different cultural contexts while retaining their core characteristics ensures that they will continue to capture the human imagination for generations to come.